Okay, so today I'm going to talk pistol squats. I've shown these before several times on the floor, on the BOSU, and many of you saw my personal best, which was 11 on the BOSU. These are really, really hard and not for beginners. But what I want to show you is a quick tutorial on how to work your way up to doing a pistol squat. Basically, a pistol squat is a one-leg squat. Called a pistol because your leg is forward and your arms are forward. You don't have to have your arms forward. It's mostly because the leg is forward, and I guess it's because you look like a pistol. So we're going to go ahead and start. How to begin with regular squats. So I always like to show my squats progression as sitting and standing. Making sure the weight is into the heel of the foot. Making sure your chest is open and you have that navel to spine connection. Okay, eventually you'll take the chair away and just do freestanding air squats. Once you're comfortable doing double leg squat or regular standard squat, we're going to go back to the chair and do a stand up on one leg. So you'll start sitting, lift one foot off the floor, and then stand up and sit back down. Stand up and sit back down. Do a few on each leg. Stand up, sit back down. Now the trick with this is to make sure that your knee is traveling in the correct direction. A lot of people have knee imbalances that make your knees knock in or sway out. So let's see from the front. Stand up, sit down. Stand up and sit down. Let's do the other leg. Stand up. Touch down if you need to. I lost my balance there. And sit down. Stand up. And sit down. Paying attention to the knee alignment. Once you're comfortable doing 10 to 15 on one leg, sit down and stand up. Then you're ready to just go into a squat with something hanging on, or hanging on to something, sorry. So you can either face your stability point or you can hang on with one hand. If you're facing, the hard part is if there's something in the way of the foot. So what you can do is just have the knee in front of you. Make sure the weight is into the heel of your standing leg. You're going to start by squatting, but you want to make sure your hips are driving back and your weight is into the heel. So you will sit down as deep as you can go. Use your stability point to help press you back up. Switching legs so you can see. Sitting back. And then standing up, knee high. Good, now I'm going to show you with one hand. This leg now can go straight in front of you if you can. If you have a tight hamstring, that's going to throw off your form. So it's okay if you do a pistol squat with the knee bent. That's absolutely fine. It's the same idea. Just think of your leg as your femur, not necessarily worrying about stretching at the knee. Again, if your hamstrings are tight, what will end up happening is you'll go into this position with your body. And that's incorrect. It'll be very difficult to get into this position if your hamstring is tight with a straight leg. So again, think bent knee first until you've loosened up your hamstrings a little bit. So holding onto your stability point with one hand, you'll do the same thing. You can start with the bent knee as I always do. Sitting back into your hips as if you were doing an air squat. Go as low as you can and then push into your heel to stand up. Now if you can't go as low as I can yet, you will get there. Just start small. Again, as if that bench were behind you. And eventually, you'll be able to go all the way down. Okay? So, once you have that, then we're going to remove the stability point. You're going to stand on one leg, and you're going to start practicing mini squats on one leg. Let me turn to the side so you can see my form again. Mini squats on one leg.
Standing there waiting for me.
Once you have comfort in those mini air squats on one leg, then you can start practicing going all the way down to the ground. I'm going to show you a couple on each leg just to remind you of what a full pistol looks like. I'll show from the front and from the side. Here we go. Full pistol. from the side so you can see the body position of the torso. Trying to keep your back as long as possible. You don't want to tuck under. And those are pistols. Start slow, start simple. Build up your strength and your confidence, and you'll be able to do it. Even if that leg isn't straight in front. I'll show you one more time. That's the same thing. The only difference is that you're not tightening up your hamstring by stretching your leg. Good luck.